the Morongo Casino Studios, it's the Heidi and Frank Show on 95.5 KLOS and KLOS HD1.
Los Angeles.
Heidi and Frank Show, 9 a.m. here on Monday. And on Mondays at 9 a.m., Christian
Hello.
Hand joins us.
Good morning.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing? Dandy.
Oh, that good, huh?
So, one of the things that people constantly say is like, hey, man, like, you really do old music. Like, is there anything new that you're into? And they sound exactly like that,
you
by the
nailed
way.
it. You
yeah,
nailed
yeah,
it.
yeah. That's the voice. That's the voice.
I'll say, why do you always do the old songs? I like the new stuff.
So I was like, all right, I'll do something new. And then when I looked at the date, I realized that this is 11 years old, which is crazy because does anybody remember this being 11 years old?
Oh, yeah, what a song.
It's a banger. It is, of course, AWOLNATION's Sail from 2010, which is, I was like, oh, man, I'm getting old.
That was 11 years ago?
11
It sure
years
was.
ago, right? All right, so it's Aaron Bruno. Actually, Eric, you'll know this band. So Aaron came out of, he's from LA, and he came out of a local band named Hometown Hero. Do you remember those guys?
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, so this dude was in Hometown Hero. They signed with Maverick Records and then disbanded in 2004. He then formed under the influence of Giants, which was another great band, and a Def Jam. That also ended. Welcome to a career in the music industry. It's kind of like radio, except you get to keep your furniture in one row. So then that band ended, and he became AWOLNATION, and he signed with Red Bull Records, who actually put out some great records. There's a few good bands on Red Bull, believe it or not. He never stated what the song is about, but he had said that he wanted to write a darker song to offset all of the happy, shiny music that was all over the radio at the time. It spent the second longest amount of time on the Billboard Hot 100 charts at 79 weeks. The number one spot was held, of course, by Imagine Dragons with 87 with Radioactive, and he actually never put a chorus in it. He was like, yeah, couldn't make one work. So it starts with, the drums are awesome. It's all produced by him and engineered by Kenny Carkeet. This is going to be a headphone banger. So this is your verse. There is no chorus, so it's a break. And then verse 2, it picks up a little bit. You get this. A little bit of a fill in the middle, right here.
Is that a drum set setting the white people clapping?
Yes.
Because there's always like one guy that's slightly behind.
It's a setting specifically for white people to use. We only get that
Okay.
that one. Everyone else gets the one where we clap on. Or this one is actually slightly different because usually the white person clap is on the 1 and the 3, not the 2 and the 4.
Right.
So then halfway through the verse, it does this, which is so sick. Ready? This is amazing. Little fill. And it's just a little bit out of time. Come on, man.
They're like in a Blue Man group.
Oh, yeah. Up and hi-hat. Smashing away. All right, so then in the there's a pickup for the drums in the end, which it gets even bigger, does this. So well crafted.
Is this all electronic?
No, so what it is you've got the. It's so good when old people try to talk about drums and stuff.
Well, I hear the boop. I'm like, that's not a drum.
No, that is the blippity bloopity bloops. Is the drum machine, and then what he did, which is really smart, is he's got this like trash can sounding acoustic drums over the top of it. So you start with just the loop, right, which is like your Phil Collins trick, right? So this is all pretend. That's all drum machine. But then over the top of it, you do a. Play over the top of it
Very
with like,
marching band.
Yeah, and with the room sound of like, so it's like the microphones are far away from the drum kit. It gives you this atmosphere of like the chaos. Just allow, that's real hi-hats, it's a real snare, real toms, with just a sick pocket. And I think, by all accounts, he played all of the instruments himself, so this is a very talented young man who came out of Hometown Hero, and a hometown hero, if I may. So the bass sound, this is the bit where this is the headphones are gonna. Which is a real bass. Because you can hear he's got headphones on. So good. With the drums. So then we have the bridge. Bridge does this bit. So much more guitar than I thought there was going to be. I think this is a much better song than Radioactive, Aaron, I'll be honest with you. You got robbed. All right, so then there's the, what I labeled beeps, because those go like this.
That's like Heidi's passion setting on her vibrator.
Yeah. Hang on. Very familiar.
Do you need a moment?
Keep going. Keep going. Oh,
My
wow.
love.
Oh, dear. Woo.
Starts to layer up. And that's all that does. It just loops that up. Let it go through one more rotation with the full bass. All right, got that. All right, good. So now then there's guitars, which are shredding this business.
different
There's so
songs.
many things going on, Heidi.
Yeah.
Right? We go to the
That
saloon
reminds me
for
of
some of this.
Westworld, where they play new music
Right.
during Westworld.
Yeah.
Where you'd be pulling out Sail.
Well, this song was
In the
actually
bar.
used all over the place because of that. And then if we put the bass in, because you don't really hear this because it's hidden behind all the vocals. Listen to this. Beautiful. Very smart. The guitar comes back in. For the beats. Brilliant song construction. All right, so obviously the texture that everybody remembers, which is such a fantastic texture to root a song in 2010. Arpeggiated pizzicato strings, anybody?
Oh my.
And then this bit. My dad has very advanced music taste, and he will call me up and sort of say, have you heard this song? It's mine. So when this came out, he was like, have you heard this AWOLNATION song, the Sail thing? It's very good. You should listen to it. I was like, oh, Father, I already have. So that goes through the verses, and then when that bridge section with the piano, we'll layer this all together. This is so gorgeous. So we'll do this. We'll put the guitars in from the beginning, go through the piano, and then back out again. Actually, let's do it this way with a little of the bass. Hold on, please. So this is where you start to hear everything come together. It's so well done. It reminds me of a little bit of that. It's like the harder edged Orinoco flow. You know what I'm saying?
Of course,
It's like
yeah.
the Orinoco flow with an attitude problem. Ready? Here it all come together. So smart. So smart. Well done, Aaron. All right, so, and obviously, you haven't got a good song unless you got a good vocal on it, and this vocal is the distortion usage and all that. Really, really, just the whole thing is brilliantly constructed, and I am a big fan of well-constructed music. So the other thing is, massive hit, no chorus. That's really hard to do, to have a song that is instantly recognizable, that also like, anytime you heard a band ripping off this song, you knew that you were hearing a rip-off of AWOLNATION's Sail, right? Like, that's another thing that's really hard to do, is to create, like, a sonic template that immediately becomes a thing where, like, oh, man, that's that AWOLNATION thing they're doing. So the vocal, this is great.
This is how I show my love. I made it in my mind because I blame it on my ADD, baby. This is how an angel dies. I blame it on my own supply. Blame it on my ADD, baby. Sail, 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 sail. Maybe I should cry for help. Maybe I should kill myself. Blame it on my ADD, baby. Maybe I'm a different breed. Maybe I'm not listening. So blame it on my ADD, baby. Sail, 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 sail. La 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 la, la 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 la, oh, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, la 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 la, la la la. Sail, 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 sail.
Kind of bad for him. Do you remember that Mark Cohen Walking in Memphis song from
Yeah.
years ago? And you're like, man, your first song's kind of going to be really hard for you to ever. Like, Mark Cohen was like, how am I ever going to beat Walking in Memphis? Like, you're never going to beat it. I don't know how you beat this is like the first song that everybody hears from you. AWOLNATION, Aaron Bruno, brilliantly constructed. The engineering from Kenny, just absolutely bought. And the thing is, like, as you hear it building in your headphones, you realize how brilliantly it's done. So,
Well, the use of the vocals, like you said, wearing the headphones today.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
like you got him doing one vocal in your right ear and
Yep.
then singing along with it in your left ear.
Yep.
With himself.
Yep.
So it's almost like you're listening to the voice in your head, which is basically his ADD.
Right. That's the
you're
point.
Hearing, I know, I mean, without headphones, you're never even going to get
No.
that. You like the song, it was a great song when playing on your radio. But in headphones,
yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
this thing when it's doing this,
Ridiculous.
Amazing.
when you realize that you're like,
This is how an angel dies.
there's no vocal in the middle.
Blame it on my own supply. Blame it on my ADD,
And then the strings
baby.
are in the middle, and then that one's over to one side. It's incredible. It's so well done. I actually did a session because I'm trying to work out how to rejigger what I'm doing, because obviously being inside is a bit of a crapshoot at this point. So the other night I did. My friend has those silent disco headphones, so I did like 10 people in my friend's backyard, and everybody with headphones on, so that we didn't have to be inside. And it actually worked pretty well. I had to do a little bit of adjustment. So there is a venue in LA where they have 100 of those that I can rent. So I'm thinking of trying to work out how to get an outdoor show where we can do everybody on headphones, and we should actually get it sponsored by Frank Nation, because so many people were high and losing their minds over it, because it was like the best way to hear it, like high and with headphones on. Mwah. So
is that like where you see people out there doing like these dance parties with headphones on, and so that you can't hear the music?
Can't hear the music. So I just did that, and I had a microphone so I could talk and do all of the things that I usually do. And instead of doing what I usually do, which is like I do one song, I realized pretty quickly that wasn't going to work, because I had no feedback from the audience for like laughter or anything. So what I did was I was like, okay, well then the only way to beat this is just to blow their minds. So then I just started telling a story by jumping from song to song to song. So I actually did like 10 songs and just played leads from this, and it was
hell yeah, man,
really cool. So we should definitely talk about that, because it's it's the headphone experience is really kind of special if you haven't done that. So anyway, check out AWOL Nation's sale. Drive around with that today. It's a pretty good way to burn off steam, considering that the world is on fire. Don't forget to vote no on this stupid recall, and I'm taking some time away from Instagram, because it turns out, Frank and Heidi, I don't know if you're aware of this, but some members of the general public are absolute douchebags.
Yep. I know the ones you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Like, I don't have an archive for my show, and this dude came at me and called me an F word.
Wow.
For not having an archive, and called me a shill for the record labels, and like, you suck because you're selling out to the man. I was like, what? And then people tell me, I'm not sure if I like the songs that you've been picking. I was like, okay, I have to take a break.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a break from Instagram, from the live sessions, but I will be back. Mental health is important, especially at this time. So I will be back, and then we'll be announcing hopefully some other shows. I am going to be going to Texas in September with Tom Segura to do live songs there. We've decided we're going to do Call Me Maybe, which is a classic, and Tribe Called Quest's Scenario. So it'll be a schizophrenic evening of music at the Moonstock Festival, whatever it is. So look into that. Thank you for having me, and everybody, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Christian.
Sail!
When we come back, I mean, you mentioned, Eric, that they got Fred bearing down on Florida. Going to get any worse for Florida? Well, we're going to play Florida or anywhere else when we come back. 818-955-2955 for maybe a pair of Kiss, an exclusive Las Vegas engagement there. 2 tickets to see Kiss at Zappos Theater at Planet Hollywood, kicking off New Year's Eve week on select nights through February 5th. You'll also get a one-night hotel stay and $100 for gas. Tickets on sale this Friday, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. So keep it right here, 818-955-2955, Florida or anywhere else. Next, we're Heidi and Frank.